Absolutely gorgeous. Lots of sunshine, low humidity. We have some visitors rotating through here. Lots of traffic behind me on Route 19. And if you look behind me, of course, that's the New River Gorge overlook. And we have dive deep down in there. 2 statues of Liberty and 1 Washington monument down there is the river. And one of the reasons we're here, besides the fact that it's a beautiful day, is that this is a spot typically vulnerable to fog. And while it's gorgeous right now, we are going to have some fog settle in to some of the river valleys overnight. Take a look at some of the dense fog climatology in our region. Starting out right now with Beckley, mid-July to mid-September is when we typically have the most fog, in 4 to 8 a.m. Bluefield, this is the most foggiest time of the year now, mid-July to mid-September. And believe it or not, once we get a little bit farther east and get into Lewisburg, the foggiest period of the year is usually between 4 and 8 a.m. late July into late September. So in the Greenbrier Valley, it lingers just a little bit longer than it does for the rest of the region. And that's because the winds are usually light for an extended period of time in the valley area. The number of fog hours in the summer typically peaks in July and August. July 11.8, 12.3 hours in the month of August when we have fog. Now going forward with our weather pattern, let's take a look at conditions out there right now, because it is a gorgeous stretch of weather. Right now there's absolutely nothing on the radar, and that's the way it's going to stay as high pressure builds in. That high pressure is anchored right between Cincinnati and Chicago. It's going to provide a very pleasant night across the entire region. Our temperatures range from mid-70s in Beckley to the low 80s in Indianapolis and Louisville, so can't ask for a better evening across the region. That dense fog will develop after 2 a.m. through 8 a.m. Temperatures get that in the upper 50s. It's been a while since we've had temperatures that cool, so that means, yeah, it might feel hot in the sun right now, but it's going to feel very nice. You can open the windows and let the refreshing air come in. Once that sun sets, the temperature is going to drop very nicely with that dry air mass in place. And because that dry air mass, the temperature meets the dew point, we have some moist ground from the rain that we had earlier in the weekend. That's the recipe for fog, and that's why we have fog in the forecast in places like the New River Gorge Valley and some other areas across our region.